What's up, David Barn? What's up, Pamela? I gotta be quiet right now. I don't want to disrespect their national anthem.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Oh, shoot.
I would now like to invite to the stage our beloved clergy for a prayer to begin this meeting.
I didn't realize how close I was to the microphone. Okay, they got the COVID wipe. Got clergy here. I was like 2 feet away from the mic. My bad. I'm gonna step away for a second so I don't disturb them and say hi to you guys. Alright, so Pugface Media here, reporting live from Pasadena, California. We are at City Hall. Very beautiful building. In fact, I'm going to back up a little so I could show you how beautiful this City Hall is. Here's the Armenian flag. What's up, Jay? What's up, Rice Krispie? I got to be somewhat quiet while they do their prayers. Let's see, we got David Bourne says, Brooks, howdy. We got Bob, Studio B.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce.
We got Grams Beth in here. Jay and Ocean Breeze, iPad and iPhone. That's hardcore. That is hardcore. We even have Johnny F. Face. Welcome, Johnny, and Bob Homestead, and Skimdoodle, and the one and only Lacey, and the one and only Grams Beth. What's up? And can't forget about Wilma. So I'm bad in counting, but my estimate is there's about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100. Probably like around 800 to 1,000 people in attendance here. What's up, Val? What's up, Mars Life? Good to see you there. Everything's going well. We got people draped in Armenian flags. Everyone's out here to support Armenia. Armenia is a very tiny country, and they're at war with the neighboring country, and they're not getting the media coverage that they're looking for. So there's protests like this all over the country. Actually, I think they had an Armenia protest in Australia. So it's spreading. These protests Test will probably go on until the war ends or there's a ceasefire or something like that. Right, Wilma? Alright, let me get back to the stage. This time I won't get 2 feet from the microphone. I just had no idea how close I was to that mic. Okay, I'm getting some elevation here.
In this attempt to ethnically cleanse all Armenians of Artsakh brings back very painful memories to the
What's up,
Pasadena
Sci-Fi?
Armenian
They're protesting in Wisconsin, yeah.
Many of whom are descendants of the survivors of the 1915 genocide, which is
You know, a lot of people say to me, you know, I had no idea how many Armenian Americans there are, but there's quite a bit all over the U.S. They say that there's more Armenians living outside of Armenia than inside Armenia.
But should be shown in action. And whereas, in the words of Dr. Martin,
Turn on my GoPro. Let's see. Here's the city hall. So this is the. Oh, this is a great spot right here.
To hereby declare that the city of Pasadena stands with its Armenian American community in these difficult times. With an innocent victim of military aggression. To welcome you here tonight, the city of Pasadena stands with you. I want you to all stay safe tonight and wear your masks.
You know, there might be a couple thousand people here. What do you guys think?
I will introduce someone who is a friend of Armenia.
Type in the chat approximately how many people you think are in attendance here.
Thank you, Mayor. How about that proclamation? Pasadena stands with the Armenian community. Thank you, Mayor Trump, for your leadership on the city council for doing the right thing. But what we need is we need Washington to do the right thing and not apologize for the aggression that Turkey is happening now on the peaceful people of Artsakh. Well, I was in Artsakh 3 times in the last 5 years. I saw and I broke bread with a wonderful, peaceful people who strolled down the streets in Stepanakert, several miles from a hostile border, but still went about their lives.
Shit, Tyrant Hunter's in here? What's up, Tyrant Hunter?
Wanting to live in peace.
Got
And you know,
zombies.
some folks will argue about the border, but you can't argue
what's up,
about the
Al
people.
SoCal? If you're free later
These are
tonight, maybe I'll pick you
150,000
up.
Armenians in their historic lands wanting to live in peace.
What's up, Catman?
And I'm proud to stand at the steps of Pasadena
gotta stop
and
war
yell
crimes.
as loudly as I can to condemn these actions and call for the U.S. government to call the Minsk group together, to call French peacekeepers
What's up,
and
Keith?
Russian interests
What's up,
to
Keith?
come
Long time
together
no talkie.
to make a lasting peace. For the Artsakhi people can live in peace. Don't you think? Don't you think? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? You're damn right. Because this has been going on for 30 years. And shame on
Tyrant
Turkey,
Hunter's a god.
absolutely.
Tyrant Hunter is a god.
Shame on Turkey! Shame on Turkey! Shame on Turkey! Shame on Turkey! I'll try my Armenian. On Shusht. Absolutely.
Yeah, right on, Catman.
Absolutely.
I don't want another
was
one.
struck earlier tonight when 3 young people came up to me and said, can we make a difference on the local level? Absolutely. And I thought about something that Mother Teresa once said. She said, when they tell me my efforts are but a drop in the
What's up, Porter
ocean,
Farmer? Good to see you.
I say, isn't the ocean better off for that drop? So tonight, each and one of us are putting a drop in that
Oh, shit,
ocean,
this
and
is
we're making a tidal
Bronson's
wave
here?
calling for accountability and peace
Hey, do you guys
and
recognize-
condemnation of this
you guys recognize that person right there?
unprovoked action, right? Right? Right?
If you can guess who that YouTuber
We
is,
want peace,
I'll
but
give you a
let me see if I can
prize.
say this right. Bajkar minche verich. Bajkar minche verich. Bajkar minche verich.
She must be tired.
Right?
She must be tired.
When do we want it?
I'm on my feet.
When do we want it? How are we going to do this?
I'm on my feet.
With our voices, our actions, and our pressure on Washington to do the right thing, and we're going to vote on November 3rd for those people who stand with the Armenian
The flag hit me.
and stand for peace. Because one
Got some
thing's
nice
for sure,
professional
we
cameras
have to
here.
die. We're going to fight this, and we're going to win this, and thank you for letting me be your senator on many important to know, and I stand in solidarity.
So far, I haven't seen any blocked streets. That's a good sign. That's good news. Lately, the Armenian community has been protesting at the CBS studios on Ventura Boulevard. Of course, before that, you probably saw how they protested the CNN building in Hollywood, and apparently there's a couple CBS employees that got fired because the CBS employees said something really rude, and they got fired pretty quickly by CBS.
To the podium, who is also not a stranger to the
It's good to see American flags here too.
Council member.
I don't take sides or anything, but I've been seeing a lot of Armenian Trump supporters, so I'm not sure if Trump is pro-Armenia compared to Biden, but like I said, I'm going to stay in the middle. I'm not going to take sides on politics or anything like that. Okay, I'll wander through the crowd here and show you what we got. We got a donation table right there. Apparently, their largest protest was in Beverly Hills, and I covered that one too. And that one protest in Beverly Hills, it was reported that they raised $3.2 million, which is a good thing, you know. I mean, that's what it takes to stop the conflict. I'm looking for any of the Kardashians. I don't see them here yet. I'm not good in spotting celebrities, so if you guys see any of the Kardashians, just let me know. So far, I haven't seen any. Moore's Life with a smiley. J Money said hit that like button. Thank you, J Money. I need to make some of you guys mods, by the way, but check out that beautiful Pasadena City Hall. The city's got a lot of money, and what's up, Zen? Going on a road trip to Colorado. Oh shoot, really? So that means you're that much closer to a free. Tyrant Hunter, you're that much closer to a free power chair. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. That's awesome. Hope you stop along the way and get some footage. Just don't stop in Alabama. The cops are pretty rough out there, especially if you don't ID. I'd also like to bring attention to the Free Blind Justice movement. So if Jeff or if anyone here would like to post, feel free to post Blind Justice's PayPal or maybe a link to a video where in the description of the video it tells new people what the Blind Justice situation is. And yeah, feel free to post any links you want, guys. So this crowd is Like I said, there's a good, I think 1,000 to 2,000 people in here. I mean, it's nowhere near the 100,000 that was in Beverly Hills. Here's a Harley Softail.
All of you and your family members.
Thanks, Tyrant Hunter. What's up, Fair Shake? What's up, Larry?
We've all grown up together.
Want real news? Thank you, Reno Valley. Reno Valley, can you post the link to your channel? You've been having some really good footage lately. If you're not subscribed to Merino Valley News First, check them out. I'm gonna read the chat for a minute and then we'll go close to the mic, okay? We got Al, that's funny. Make sure your thumb turns blue. Yeah, my beagles, the Armenian protests have been quite peaceful. I don't think I've seen one protest that got out of hand. Cops usually give them a lot of chances. And the other day, they completely blocked traffic on Ventura Boulevard. And there's a video on Facebook. Police officer comes out and he says, "Hey, you guys got to go," but there were no arrests or anything, no violence, and that's what protests are all about. So I commend the Armenian community for keeping it peaceful.
And I want to make sure that everyone
No water bottles thrown.
that wants to do something immediate
good.
beyond giving, beyond writing letters, also knows that you can go
What's
directly
up,
to
Amber?
anca.org/action and anca.tweet and any of the other organizations.
Thanks for that brief description of blind justice.
Make your voice
As you turn
heard,
on
at
it.
least if nothing else than on social media.
So I'll give you guys just a quick rundown. So Blind Justice is an activist, and he's jailed on a $50,000 bond for no valid reason. He's a disabled vet. And click the links, learn more about Blind Justice, and there's a petition. I don't know if anyone posted the link to the petition, but if you guys can please sign it, I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the Armenian Genocide Monument, we want to be very careful to obey the traffic laws. It's very easy to obey the traffic laws. Just follow behind the truck with the yellow light on, or the orange light on. We're going to be obeying all the traffic lights. If the traffic lights are red, we're going to stop. We're going to be as vocal.
I don't know who this guy is. Is he the mayor or
and we are
something?
going to leave Pasadena cleaner than we found it. This is our home, so don't destroy anything. Make sure that we leave it.
He must be a
better than we
mayor or
found it.
city council member or something like that. All right, guys, so we're going to go on a march
And
to
only follow
the
one foot, no car carrier.
Armenian
That's
Genocide Memorial.
that line.
Little history lesson if you're unfamiliar. So in early 1900s, there was a genocide. Turks
Hold on.
were the culprits.
One more minute.
Most countries don't
We have a
recognize
very
the
special
genocide,
guest
so
here
that's
today
it's always
that wants to
been
say a few words.
it's always been a
His
big
name
issue
is
for
Asaf
Armenians.
Iranian from the
is
Armenian
when people
National Committee
refuse to
Western
recognize
Region. And I'd like to invite
that a
him
genocide
to
even
say
occurred
a
in the
few
first
words and
place.
share with us what we need to know as far as how we're going to conduct our activism affairs.
What's up, Larry? He's telling everyone how to conduct activism. I don't know how we're going to keep 2,000 people on the sidewalk, so it's going to be interesting marching with these folks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, National Auditors Convention. Let me mod you up. I hope you're not
every
a troll, but
April
I'll mod you up.
24th, we come together and we chant and repeat the slogans.
Jay, I'm
of
going to mod you too.
1915, never again. Well, today is that day of again.
What's up, Audiotron? What's up, Trichemist?
Since September 27th, the Artsakh Republic has been continuously, repeatedly been shelled, and many
free weasel.
soldiers have died in the last 18 days. 631 soldiers so far. Half of Artsakh has been displaced.
half of Stepanakert has been destructed, in addition to city of Shushi and the city of Hadrut. Now, since then, we've come together.
Am I missing any mods?
But
Do
we
I need
have
to
to
mod anybody up?
understand where all of this has begun. This is not an accident.
If I've never seen you
Starting
before,
from July,
I might not mod
the
you
Republic
right
of
now.
Turkey, in addition to Azerbaijan, have been preparing for these attacks. Since then, they've sent 5,000 mercenaries from Syria and Libya in order to kill Armenians and take over Artsakh. This is not an accident. 2 days before the war began, an OSCE monitor tried to visit the land.
Okay, I'm looking at the chat now. Hey, what's up, QT with the 1915 war? Thank you. QT, the former history teacher. Appreciate that. What's up, PNP, also known as Princess and Pirate? Good to see you in here. And shoot, did someone say Miss Stephanie? I got it. I don't see Miss Stephanie, but I do see Pissed Off Marine. What's up, PG? Let me make you a mod, PG. Oh shoot, there you are, Miss Stephanie. It's great to see you.
I want to make sure everyone knows that.
Michael Malloy had his Sing stream and I missed it. So I'll join his next Sing stream. But this right here is historical. You know, there will always be a Sing stream.
Has a total
But,
of
you know, eventually
92
there's going to be
million
peace or further war.
Azerbaijan has 10 million.
So what we're seeing right now, it's
492 million people cannot even defeat.
it's history. You're watching history right now.
150,000 Artsakh.
You don't see these protests every day. What's up, Ozzy John?
Now,
What's up,
while the
Robert?
soldiers are fighting on the front lines, they're the first army of the Armenian
Robert, I'm
nation.
sorry, I don't recognize you, but I made you a mod
We
anyway.
gotta be the
So
second
have
army.
fun.
We do everything we possibly can to stand out against those two.
I'm gonna wander through the crowd now. I like to show you guys just a little, like first person POV.
Tells Turkey and Azerbaijan that we're not going to tolerate any of their acts of
First person
genocide.
POV. If you wanna hear the speeches, M-Star Media is also broadcasting.
Grassroots political action.
But
First and foremost,
I like to walk around a little.
Is going to go to the Republic of Azerbaijan. Second of all, if the president doesn't call out Turkey, we're going to call him out. We got to make sure that there's sanctions put on Turkey now and until they back off. We're going to continue on with those sanctions. And if that doesn't work, we're going to kick them out of NATO.
Hope I don't disturb anyone with the very bright light. Well, it's not very bright, it's on the lowest setting. If you're just joining, we are in Pasadena, California. There is this Armenian protest right in front of the very beautiful city hall. This is one of the nicest city halls I've seen. What's up, Tunis? Why the hell aren't you a mod? Damn it. Steven Tunis is now a moderator for your channel. That's what it just said. You got Hesperia? Oh, I'll give you my card.
Do you have any pictures?
Pictures? I'll give you my card. It goes on YouTube.
What channel is it?
It's Pugface Media.
Thank you, man.
There's other protests I've covered. You can check out my YouTube channel, and there's some high quality.
When does the
footage.
video of today get posted on?
Probably the next couple of days.
Couple
Well,
of
no,
days
this one is up immediately because this one's live.
on your YouTube.
Yeah, it's on right now. If you go there now, you'll see it. So you don't have to wait for this one right now.
Well, is it like?
But the high quality one, the one that's very clear, it'll be a couple days.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna get a little closer so you guys can get a sense of the atmosphere, the passion. passion in the audience. So I shut my light off. It's a little too bright. Got people clapping, Armenian flags. I am now going to get closer to the steps where the lighting situation is better, because right now the light's aimed at us. And if you're a professional photographer like I am, you definitely want the light to be behind you. I'm just joking, I'm not a professional photographer at all. So apparently, okay, here's the truck. There's a yellow light on top of this truck. So they are taking off. So about 2,000 people or so have been instructed to follow the truck. And I'm gonna go ahead and march with these nice people to, there's an Armenian genocide memorial. I've never been to it before, and if you guys have never been to it, this is going to be your opportunity to not only see the memorial, but march with these fantastic people who are going through a very, very serious situation in their country right now. So I'll give you one more shot here of the crowd from up above. Okay, as you see, the crowd's in motion right now. They're following that truck with the blinking yellow light. By the way, for all of you out here that are, for those of you watching right now, it's a great idea to have business cards. I know most people viewing this, you record just like I do. And I just started using business cards. I just made them a couple days ago. Just made them on my computer. If you're unable to do that, you can make them professionally. Okay, I'm gonna run ahead and get try to catch up with them. The truck is running the red light. I'm just kidding. Well, they are running the red light, but it's understandable. They're chanting "Shame on Turkey." So yeah, just like I suspected, 2,000 people ain't gonna fit on the sidewalk. So looks like the streets are gonna be blocked for not that long at all. Probably take just 5 minutes to get the crowd through. PG said bad Turkey. You're right. Marina Valley says I have some cards. Same here, Marino. You obviously have to be careful who you give the cards to. Very careful. We got Stray in here. We got Shadow Monster. We got Blister Pac-Man, or an Uber. It says Blister Pac-Man. Mars Life. The link to M's channel. Thank you, Mars Life. Appreciate you. Tony the Tyrant, always good to see you. And Caroline Auditor. Where the hell aren't you, Ahmad? It's a little dog there. Some type of Australian Husky. I'm just guessing. Snake Finger, good to see you. I see ya. Skywatcher, I'm gonna make you a mod too. Carolina Auditor in the house, says QT. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and jaywalk / walk through a red light. Isn't this the city where Johnny 5-0 got a ticket and he had to pay in pennies? Was that in Pasadena, guys? I just don't remember the city, but slouching down right now to give you the ground perspective of the march. This is from 1 foot from the ground. Got cars honking. This is the there's a little break because the light, I guess the light turned red. All right, so yeah, it's what you guys saying? Thanks, Stray Dog. Man, I finally got body cam video today of my unlawful detainment. Right on. That's pretty hard to do, Stray. You know, a lot of those videos just end up missing, right? We got a security guard capturing the history, and we got one car kind of got trapped. There's a security guard recording history being made right now. Got everyone walking in the street. Gonna walk a little ahead, try to catch up here. So we are in downtown Pasadena. I think it's downtown. It's got to be. We're approaching Colorado Boulevard. Colorado or Colorado? Colorado. Probably Colorado. It's like you say Nevada and not Nevada. We are turning right on Colorado, so we are on Colorado and Garfield. And I've been feeling these cars right here are going to have to wait a little while. So my guess is they're going to turn left or right. Well, not left, they're going to turn that way. Yeah, there are some news choppers up above, so if any of you are local, I'm sure if you go to the local news stations, you'll see some aerial footage. Uh-oh, did Trump 2020 4 more years? Did he make a boo-boo? There is a cop way back there, so I think the policeman is probably blocking the street to prevent more cars from coming through here. Because cars and protesters, as you know, they don't mix very well together. They don't mix. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna copy this guy. He's got a pretty good idea. I want to show you a perspective from a little higher. See how massive this is. So here's the march, going right down the famous Colorado Boulevard. This is Pasadena, home of the Tournament of Roses Parade. Blue smoke. Nah, no need to shut it down. But thank you for your suggestion to Gwen Stefani's show up this time. Shadow Monster, and to anyone who's just tuning in. Now we have some traffic enforcement, so that's good. So here we go. He's kind of helping out. He's probably gonna tell the truck that just proceed with caution. Now that is a tow truck. It's a little concerning because do any of you know if the parking meter says out of service and it won't even let you pay? Does that mean you park for free, or does that mean you get a ticket? I don't know how they do it in Pasadena. My guess is you could just park for free. But hey, I don't know. If anybody wants a facial, you could come here. They got facials. and some eyelash extensions. All right, let me continue on. Now, once we get to the, there's a biker there. Looks like he's protecting the. I did see several Armenian bikers in the last protest. Got BJ's restaurant. So I'm kind of lagging behind. This is the tail end of the protest. A group of about, I don't know, 1,000 to 2,000 people. I don't know. So I'll give you a really quick rundown. One of you asked. Okay, we have a pro-Armenian gentleman. They're just kind of parked out. We have a cop way down there blocking the street. So that's good. We got a cop here. We got people in this car here. So that's good. So we got some. I wonder if this is a guy that gave Johnny 5-0 a jaywalking ticket. Lion, what's up, Lion One? What's up, Lion? I'm glad you're Lion One. Because usually the ones are taken. So like if you were like a like look at Monkey 83. There's got to be 82 monkeys before him, right? But as Lion 1, you know that if there's going to be another lion, it's going to be like a Lion 2. All right, probably. All right. I do see some police activity ahead of this. I'm going to try to walk ahead of the group now. But yeah, I can catch up now. We got the bullhorns out.
Shame on Turkey! Shame on Turkey! Shame on Turkey! Shame on Aliyev! Shame on Aliyev! Shame on Aliyev! Shame on Aliyev!
That's funny, PG.
Shame on Aliyev! Shame on Aliyev! Get your hands off our land! 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 Erdogan is a war criminal! Erdogan is a war criminal! Erdogan is a war criminal!
I got my light on. Nobody seems to care. I'm going to keep my light on. You can see a little better.
Aliyev is a war criminal! Aliyev is a war criminal! Aliyev is a war criminal! Aliyev is a war criminal!
Line 1 says PG with the emojis. Tricona says the prison in LA is segmented, so the school system here. QT said after M changed your name and currently the shortest name on YouTube. Yeah, QT. But you know, I bet your channel's really hard to find, QT, because that's the trouble M went through. So like if someone searches for QT, I don't think your channel's gonna come up. Catch up to this bullhorn guy. So this is half of this is Colorado Boulevard. We're passing Raymond Avenue. We're in the heart of Pasadena. Got about 2,000 people marching down the streets here. Here's another shot. Oh, that's nice. Gotta love motorcycles. Right on, Trichlist. Oh, Shadow, you know, I got distracted. So, Armenia it's a very small country, okay? Armenia is a very small country. And a country right next to them they're fighting with Armenia over a certain area of land. So it's like a land war. So, you know, those two countries have been going at it for, for decades and decades. You know, it'll flare up. It'll flare up. It'll quiet down. It'll flare up. Well, right now it's flaring up, and there's people dying right now. There's people dying, and what the Armenians are looking for is the media to give them more attention. They're obviously looking for the conflict to stop, and they're looking for the world to recognize that a genocide really occurred in 1910. What's up, Skywatcher? What's up, Cat? Good singing. Hey, Cat, I listened to all your songs while I was driving down here. Good job. Hey, Cat, my favorite song that you sang was the one where at the end you started laughing. We're on Fair Oaks right now. Fair Oaks and Colorado Boulevard, downtown Pasadena. I want to thank all of you for joining. This is history. This is historical. I think Armenians are finally going to get the media attention from the media that's neglected them for so long. What's up, HPR? What's up, Justin? What's up, Randall? Randall, I saw your comment. Yeah, there's plenty of kids here. But looks like a pretty peaceful protest to me, so I think the kids are fine. So as you see, I think the group is growing. Maybe some people came late, but takes just standing in one spot, it takes a good 10 minutes for the crowd to pass me. What's up, DJ? Thank you, NationalAuditorsConvention.com. Free Blind Justice. If someone can please get the please keep the Free Blind Justice links coming. Mainly the petition. The reason the link to Blind Justice's petition is so important is if you go to the petition page, the description has a really good explanation of his situation. So if any of you are wondering what's Free Blind Justice, what's going on with that, click on the link. Hopefully you'll sign the petition to get him out of. He's basically being held in jail on a $50,000 bond. That should not have happened. And hopefully you'll sign the petition, but if you don't, maybe read the description and you'll get an idea of what's going on with blind justice. Ooh, that looks good. What shop is this? This is 21 Choices Frozen Yogurt. That's what this place is. We got cars that are going to be here for a while. Buy some containers while you're here. Stray signed the petition earlier, thank you. Yeah. It's gotta be. What's the petition up to? I think last time I checked there was like 1,800 people that signed. That's crazy. Doug, welcome to the stream, Doug. We are in downtown Pasadena. There's a march from City Hall. That's where this march started. From City Hall to Armenian Genocide Memorial. And pretty sure there's going to be a vigil. There's going to be a vigil at the memorial. So yeah, so right now this is definitely a big group here. This is Fair Oaks Avenue. Pasadena is the home of the annual Tournament of Roses Parade. We are approximately, 10 minutes from downtown LA. Maybe 15 minutes. Of course, depending on what time of the day you're driving. Got all these people, mostly Armenian Americans. And they're protesting a conflict over land in their home country of Armenia. And they're also looking to get as much media attention as possible. You know, compared to other protests. You know, I've been to protests where people don't want to be recorded, but it seems to me like, as far as the Armenian protesters go, they don't mind being on camera because, you know, they want to get the message out. I mean, that's the whole point of a protest. So I never understood why people protest, and when they see someone recording them, they freak out. I mean, otherwise, why not just protest in private, right? KT says, don't read this out loud. Unfortunately, Yeah, KT, are you trying to get me shanked or something? Jeez. I'm gonna run ahead. Just KT gave me a heads up. Well, you're gonna give me a heads down when I'm laying on the 89-degree sidewalk. Just kidding, KT. I know you meant no harm. So today, today was a very warm day for LA. On the way over here about an hour ago, it was 89 degrees, as in, you know, after the sun went down, it was 89 degrees. All right. This is a good vantage point here. I'll show you guys how it kind of bends around. This is how much gas costs in California. I know a lot of you are not in California right now. But that's Shell's always more expensive. I've seen it as cheap as like $2.99 a gallon or something. QT says 1.92. Yeah, well, I'd rather pay a little more and be in California, but I'm sure Georgia's really beautiful. In fact, one of my favorite country songs, is called Georgia Rain. It's called Georgia Rain by it's either Trisha Yearwood or that one chick, Garth Brooks' wife, sings Georgia Rain. Okay, I'm on a 10-foot wall right now. I just jumped up a 10-foot wall. Not sure how far the destination is, but these are mostly Armenian Americans, and they're on their way to have a vigil at the Armenian Genocide Memorial here in Pasadena, California. And it appears that the police are kind of trailing behind. You know, they're blocking traffic as the march proceeds. There's a motorcycle dude right here. We have some pro-Armenian vehicles as evidenced by the Armenian flags. And about the people lagging behind like me. So I'm gonna jump down from this 10-foot wall. Wish me luck. Ugh. All right. It's like Spider-Man. I'm like Spider-Pug. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. I would love to read every comment. I'm trying. But trying to get steady footage is probably my priority right now. So this is the tail end of the protest. Eventually I'll catch up with them. What's up, KB? Yeah, Armenians are very successful. Very successful. I mean, just like any ethnicities, you know, you got doctor Armenians, lawyer Armenians, many successful business owners. Have a late woman draped in an Armenian flag. That's pretty cool. And then we have been seeing these motorcycle cops kind of making sure nobody gets hit. So we are going in to a park. The crowd's getting pretty loud up there. You have to turn the light off. I don't want to blind anybody. Okay, so here we are at the Armenian Genocide Memorial. Got people chanting, "Shame on Turkey." What's up, 4K? Hey, Ghost. Hey, 907. Good to see you there, 907. Welcome to Pasadena, California. What's up, Lee? Hiroshi Lee. Yeah, you know, Hiroshi, I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm just not gonna comment on that, Hiroshi Lee. But so far I don't see any violence. I don't see any arrests. Nothing, no objects being thrown. So far it's peaceful. I'm gonna get up the hill.
Armenia united will never be divided.
Armenia united will never be divided.
Artsakh is Armenia.
Artsakh is Armenia.
Artsakh is Armenia.
Artsakh is Armenia.
What do we want?
Okay, we're gonna go see. We're gonna check out this memorial, which I've never been to before. See how close we can get. So again, we're in Pasadena, California.
1915, never again.
I want to thank you all for being here. I know some of you have told me before that, you know, you say protests are boring, but this is history. Wish the lighting was better, but glad I brought this flashlight. Okay, I'm gonna try to. Okay, so here's the memorial. It appears to be. It's like a pyramid-shaped memorial, and maybe they're gonna have some speeches. This guy's setting up what appears to be some audio, a PA system. So I think that's just what we're waiting on, is setup of the PA system. And we'll see what they have to say. What you got? Maybe I can help them with my light.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so this guy's down there trying to like plug everything in. I guess there's some electricity down there. All right, so.
No, you got nuts.
Need light? He seems to be okay. All right, so we have several people at this memorial here, and then most people can't. The memorial's pretty small, so the majority of the crowd is down in here. James Freeman. Jeez. James Freeman, when are you gonna upload that video of that dude screaming? That was crazy today. I was lurking. I watched the whole thing on Bao's stream. And is the guy okay? What did they do? Drag him down the stairs and take him in handcuffs? That's what it looked like to me. But that was awesome, James. You got really close. Really close. James Freeman isn't shy at all. All right, so now I'm just gonna wait a few short minutes for them to set up the PA system. Imagine. Oh, here's a cop watch over there, right across the street. It's a long distance cop watch. There you go. We got Mike James says, petering is the word. What? Strowman says his name is, I can't pronounce that. 5 or 6 good videos. We did see him leave in the ambulance, yep. That was scary, James. You know what? As soon as I'm gonna give you guys some other reviews. As soon as the cops said, put the rock down. You know, I thought bad things were gonna happen. So I'm glad that guy was okay. I'll show you what some of these signs say. What are you doing to prevent another Armenian genocide? I've got a QR code there. That's cool. So yeah. Oh, it's horrible. It's hot. Got my mask on. Thank you. It's hot. It's like almost 90 degrees. It's like heat. There's a heat wave. But it's just going to last for 2 or 3 more days. So instead of being in the 90s, it's going to be in the 80s in a few days here. Here's a German Shepherd. That dog's huge. Oh my God. Like my pug's entire head will fit inside that German Shepherd's mouth. Jesus. Got protesters, all ages. And let's see. Johnny F. Face said puppy. What's up, Charlie dog? Good to see you there. That'll be chilled pug. DJ, Mijiyama DJ. We got Billy the Kid Norwood. Let's see. Here's another dog. By the way, as soon as they set up the PA system, I'm gonna get closer. I'm just kind of killing time right now until they find some electricity. So here's Armenian flags. You know, sometimes I'll see like a United States flag next to an Armenian flag. That's always cool to see. All right. So got some traffic enforcement. Once again, we are in Pasadena, California, at the Armenian Genocide Memorial. Charlie said my dog ate a teacup chihuahua. What is wrong with parents today? Yeah, good question. So here we have this. Here we have some beautiful motorcycles with the nice AR-15, or I think they call them M16s, right? The AR-15 is the civilian version. Adjust your focus at Pasadena Cool Pugs. KT says BMW, yeah, more than likely. I didn't notice. Charlie was half pit, half pug. Right on. You need some portable charger, do I? How do you know? I'm gonna plug in just because you said that. You're probably talking to someone else. But I think I'm plugged in now. Let me see. Yep. Thanks for reminding me. All right, so if you're just joining, we're in Pasadena, California. The local Armenian population, mostly Armenian Americans, are protesting a land conflict with the neighboring country. So we're here at the Genocide Memorial. Now the genocide's kind of a separate issue than the current land dispute they're having with their neighboring country. Early 1900s, the country of Turkey committed genocide on Armenians, and there's a memorial here. It says Turkey out of NATO. Shit, I didn't even know Turkey was in NATO. TED has some events called TEDx. Now we have. Alright, looks like they got the PA system working. Can't hear very well, the speakers, it's not loud enough.
Եթե այսօր սիամանցոն անգամ եւս ոտքի ելներ բիդեսեր ով մարդկային արտադրություն թողի ես թքնեմ քո ջագադի 1915 եւ 2020 ինչ է դարբերությունը գնաց չկա.
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna cut it at this point. Just wanted to show you guys the mainly the march to the memorial. So I'm gonna kind of walk down here and say my goodbyes.
Սիրելի քույրեր եղբայրներ, գանչված ենք շեշտը տնելու հասարակած գետերու վրա. Այսօր
That's a good idea, National Auditors Convention.
մեր նահատակներն են եւ այսօր գմիացնե մեզ.
Thank you, adjust your focus.
Պատմությունը, մեր լեզուն,
Thanks
մեր
everybody for being here.
մշակույթը, մեր ավանդությունները, մեր
If it gets rowdy, which I highly doubt it will,
մեզ կհամախմբե մեր
I'll go live again.
մեր հայրենիքը.
So once again, free blind justice, and I'll talk to you guys later. Some dude. Thanks for coming, Billy the Kid. Adjust your focus, QT. I'll speed read. Randall 4K. Untouchable Patriot, Burma Supreme, Randall, Feather Supreme, Cat. Okay, this is as far as I can go back. Appreciate all you guys. It means a lot for you to be with me during this Armenian protest in Pasadena, California. And if you're not familiar with the history, that's what Google's for. Alright, see you on the next one. Thanks again.